It's homecoming here for the University of Arizona, and so that means it is a jam-packed week, but of course, it's all headlined by Arizona football's game against Kansas on Saturday. Coach Brennan here. I'm Mackenzie Hamilton filling in for Brian Jeffries on this installment of the 2-minute drill presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union. Okay, Coach Brennan, got to start off with the big win in Boulder. How did that performance just magnify your team's confidence in themselves and also in the work that's been asked of them?
I think they've done a great job. I think going into the bye, we knew we had to really attack the work and the process of just trying to improve and continuing to get better as we went throughout it, knowing that we're going on the road to Colorado. It's a team that had played really good football at home there, in their stadium, and we knew it was going to be a battle. And so I was just really excited about, guys were excited to play, how we showed up, how we executed. The red line was everywhere.
It wasn't, especially that defense. Coach Gonzalez said last week he challenged his defense to play more violently, get back to that kind of aggressive mindset. How did you see them address that challenge?
No, I think that showed up all week in practice. I think that's one of those things is that, if you're going to, emphasize something, it needs to show up in practice and then transfer over to the game. And that was something with, the 5 takeaways and the 4th down stops and just the physicality that they played with. That was to me, that was really impactful to the outcome of the game. Right, and so that part of it was so fun to watch, and just see those guys flying around and making plays. That's red line. That's what it is. That's what it's supposed to look like.
And then offense matched that too. Super balanced attack. Obviously, Noah Fafita just playing phenomenal right now. Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week this week for his performance too. What do you think is key to him playing so efficiently right now?
Well, I think it's one of those things. For Noah, he's had to learn 3 different offenses in 3 years, and he's had to get comfortable with new coaching staffs and that type of stuff. And I think he has a great relationship with Coach Daggy. I think he's really invested in the process of just continuing to improve, learn, get better every single day. Just the intention that he brings to the practice environment, to the meeting room, it really is super high level. And I think because of that, you're seeing him play with confidence and really be able to execute.
Super fun plane ride home. Obviously, it's always a good one when you win.
Yes.
But then on top of that, so many guys got in for some snaps. How valuable was that, getting some freshmen, some young, and some new guys, some game action?
Well, it was awesome. I mean, like my favorite young guy play was when Gio Richardson took that in cut, however far he took it for a touchdown. But yeah, it was great. A lot of guys got a chance to play, which is important. You're always trying to, find ways to develop every part of your roster. And I think for our team, it was great because the guys that play more than normal or play more, they got to cheer those guys on also, right? Which is just like really, really good for your football team because everybody busts their tail in practice. Everybody lifts weights and goes to training table and, goes to academics and handles everything the right way. And you want them to get the reward of getting a chance to play on game day.
More on Gio, you mentioned that touchdown. He just flew. And I think it's easy to remember or forget that it was less than a year ago that he suffered a knee injury that kept him out for a while. What have you seen from his development and working with Coach Wade?
Well, I think Coach Wade does a fantastic job with that receiver group. You've seen them make plays and really impact our football team all season. But Gio's a young player who continues to improve every week, and I think that's part of it. I think sometimes when you're a young player, it can be frustrating because you're not getting the ball as much or you're not getting as much playing time, whatever. But Gio, to his credit, Mizell's the same way, just like continuing to work incredibly hard, continuing to, our running backs have done that. There's a lot of young players that have handled it the right way, and what you see is as they progress and they continue to improve, they have more opportunities to make plays, and that's what you saw with Gio on Saturday.
Now turning attention to Kansas this Saturday, their quarterback, Jalen Daniels, California guy, you mentioned you've seen him play since he was about 14.
Yep.
What makes him so productive?
Well, he's really a unique dual threat guy, but he's a guy that can really, really throw it, and then they do a great job of utilizing his skill set with his legs, right? So we've seen a lot of quarterbacks that are good runners. That seems to be the deal in the Big 12 this season. But he is a great player, and obviously, when you combine him and with their receiving core and the consistency of the running backs and how they like to run the football, this is a really good football team we're getting ready to play on Saturday. I
know you mentioned after the game Colorado, you guys are a one-game mindset team. Well, you guys are 1 win away from bowl eligibility. Is that in the discussion this week, or
it's
will
not.
It be?
It's not, because it doesn't help us. All we need to do is find a way to have a great practice tomorrow. And really, that's where this team does its best work. When we are focused on what we're trying to get done that day, in that moment, the task at hand. And for us, all that matters is we got a homecoming weekend, and it's playing good football this weekend against Kansas here. So that's where we're going to live, and that's what our focus is going to be.
and it'll be a 1:30 kickoff here at Arizona Stadium. It's homecoming, so many alumni are coming. It's also our military appreciation game, so lots going on. Make sure to come join us for the Bear Down Bash and all of those pregame festivities beforehand. Thank you, Coach Brennan.
Thank
Bear
you.
Down.
Bear down.
Family outgrowing your car? Hughes Federal Credit Union can help you get the car you want and the rate you need. Hughes is one of the only financial institutions in the country that doesn't switch loan rates based on a qualified buyer's credit score. That means you get our one-rate guarantee regardless of your credit score. We promise. When it's time for your next new or used car, Hughes is here to take you further. Check out our low rates at hughesfcu.org/auto and apply today.